Hi class, this is Sister Dorman. Welcome to week 9. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the semester project. This is the last week that you are going to be working together. And it's really critical that you read this section called Week 9 Prepare Semester Project. Okay, so this section tells you exactly what you need to accomplish together as a group. There are some parts that are hard to understand, so I wanted to explain those parts. So you are going to continue working on the document that you created last week. Last week, you talked about your mission and your strategy. So this week you are going to add to that same document. So hopefully I'm going to get it graded. I'm hoping to be done grading those by Tuesday. So you're going to be adding to that document. So let me show you the 2 categories that you're adding. So the first category is called priorities. And here you're going to list 3 specific priorities. These are things that can destroy your business. And I'm going to talk about them in detail in a PowerPoint that I have, okay? The next section is management. This is how you're going to measure your progress, all right? So make sure that you as a group have a priority section and a management section. Now I'm going to show you the rubric for that. So if you remember, a rubric is something of how the teacher grades you. So within the priority section, there are several different things I'm going to be grading you on. That you list the risks and that you explain why those are risks. And then the second section is your metrics, measuring how you're going to accomplish things. And then you need to make sure that those metrics are tied to your mission statement that you wrote last week. And then the last section is reviewing and making sure that your strategies that you discussed last week are actually going to work. And then the last part is implementing. Explain how you chose your metrics and how they will be measured. This is the explanation of the why you chose those specific metrics. Okay, so now let's talk about actually organizing it into your Word document. So I created this PowerPoint because you need to think of the different risks. All of these risks are listed in the course that for you to review, okay? So these risks are things like what could cause your business to fail? What are things that might make you a lot of money? Or what, for example, if in your country they've never heard of lemonade, that's a huge risk, right? That you're going to have to overcome that. So simple things like these, you're going to come up with your list. And then the course talks about 3 major things that can cause problems. So you have something called deal killers. These are things that are going to kill your business, put you out of business very quickly. Path dependent risks, these are things that can cause injury to your business. Operational risks, these are things that can maybe cause a little bit of threat, but they can be resolved easily. So this is something simple like for students. Not paying your tuition, that's a major risk that can cause you to not continue going to school, okay? If you change your major, maybe in your third year of college, that may add another 6 months or year to your plan, okay? Or the last thing, you can see operational risks, maybe distractions, maybe you're on your phone studying. So you can see the severity of these changes, and that's what they want you to do in the section about risks, is they want you to list some risks, okay? So this is kind of an example of what this might look like. All right. So here's a deal killer might be spending too much money on my supplies. All right. The next issue is the path dependent risks. Maybe I will have bad produce. The next one is operational risks. Maybe I have bad reviews. So you can see that the severity of each of these risks changes. Then right here, the rubric asks that you have an explanation of the risks. All right. So right here, I prioritize my risks. That's what I just showed you right here, is I prioritize my risks. The next thing is the explanation, and you can do this all together. So you can see this A part, spending too much money on the supplies, okay? Then I explain how I can reduce the risk. I can reduce the risk by only buying supplies with the money I'm allotted for that purchase. So for example, if I've only given myself $100, I don't spend $110. All right, so that's how I reduce my risk. The next one is having bad produce. I can prevent having bad produce by finding multiple suppliers. Maybe I don't shop at the same store every week. I check out other stores. The next one is, how do I fix bad reviews? I can fix bad reviews by making sure I'm asking people if they're satisfied with my product. I'm asking them if they want their money back if they don't like my product. So I'm trying to fix those problems before they happen. All right, so this is that first category that I told you about, is prioritizing. So in that prioritizing, we want to tell what the issue is and then explain to me how you're going to overcome that. And the next section is management. Our course talks about, these are different questions of how we're going to measure ourselves, okay? What evidence can you produce to show that you're delivering your mission? Maybe you're going to do a survey, or maybe you're going to count how much money you made each week. So these are different measurements that you can use to show that you're successful with your mission statement. All right. And then you're going to want to make sure that you're answering these questions in your paper. At least one metric is directly measured to your delivery of your mission statement. You want to make sure that you discuss how that metric system will be evaluated as you're working through your process. The next thing is how you're actually going to implement that plan, or how you're going to make it work. So if you have questions on how to complete this second part of your document, please do not hesitate to ask, because this portion is a little bit more intensive and difficult to discuss as a group. All right. I look forward to the amazing ideas that you have this week, and we will talk to you later. Bye.